everybody. Just doing my monthly dividend update for August of 2019. It was a very good month, as you will see shortly. All right, guys, so here is the monthly dividend percentages and numbers. Here's from August 2019. We shot up $20.04 in dividends compared to last month. And these are all monthly dividends. I did not invest hundreds of thousands of dollars this month, unfortunately. That would have been nice too. But I did put some in. We'll see shortly. The dividends have increased in every single fund we have. Instead of 20.97 for sphd, it's 21.57, so that went up 60 cents. The ryld went from 30.33 to 58.87, $28.54 increase. And the efas is an increase of 90 cents. My savings account was identical. That makes a total of $111.90. So, what happened from $30 to $58.87? Again, I invested hundreds of thousands of dollars this month. I'm kidding, I'm a teacher. Sorry about that. Okay, ryld. If you check the video for July of 2019, I did show a concern in ryld because when you saw the dividend price in May was 23 cents, in June 22 cents, and suddenly in July it went down to almost 14 cents a share. That's a pretty dramatic decrease. So I was very concerned about that. Obviously, I made less dividend income from this fund in July than I would have in the months before. But again, look at the share price. Look at the dividend price. It went up to 25 cents a share. In ryld, I put quite a bit in to this fund this month. It was almost $300 into ryld just this month alone. And if you look at the account overview, we are $235 shares strong. Take your number of shares, 235 shares, multiply it by this month dividend price, and I received my $58.88 in dividends for just this month. The reasons why I think this might have happened, I'm not exactly sure the reasons, but I have some ideas. This share price actually went quite a bit lower because the actual fund did very well that month. It actually gained 1.5%. Because of that, it might have actually lowered the covered call strategy because it had to actually convert some of the shares that it sold. That's what my main idea is. Another factor might be the VTWO, the the ETF that this is doing a covered call for, paid out a dividend as well. And because they had to pay out a small dividend, this fund had to lower the dividend since they did a covered call strategy on it. So every third month, it might be a little bit lower than the other 2 months. I'm going to definitely keep an eye on that to make sure to see what's happening with it. But 25 cents a share. The stock price currently is about $25. Take your dividend price, divide it by the share price. We're looking at a 10% dividend, about actually more. This month was 1% for the month, or almost a 12% yearly dividend if it kept at this rate. Really high dividend paying stock. The fund will go up and down quite a bit. It shouldn't go down as much as the general market because it's covered calls, meaning that they are selling extra shares and gaining extra premium for it. So if this is a very down market, this fund should do a little better than VTWO, which is a small cap blend fund, but it still could decrease quite a bit. If this share price goes a bit lower, at one point this month it was at 24, I think 40 cents. It could be good buying opportunities to collect those dividend payments. Another thing I wanted to mention, if you go to nasdaq.com, you could type in any of your stocks or ETFs. You can also click Save Stocks, and then you will be able to quickly see previous and most recent dividend payments for any of these companies very quickly. I care about the cash amount because that's how much you'll actually be receiving per share of dividend you own. So obviously, if you have more shares, you're going to multiply by the bigger number, and that's what's going to give us a bigger dividend payment, right? Big thing next month, I could pretty much guarantee I'm going to get more than this in dividends because it is a quarterly dividend. March, June, September, December. I'll just put it in bold at this point because they will be higher paying dividends. I'm going to put this under the quarterly dividends. The only funds I own that are monthly were, again, sphd, efas, and ryld. All these other funds, DLS, VNQ, VEA, SLYV, those are all quarterly paying dividends, meaning I only get it once every 3 months. I actually own a larger percentage of my total investments into these funds compared to the monthlies. So it should be more than 111. It's going to be possibly over $200. We'll see what happens when it comes. I have a rough estimate of what it's going to be. But my main goal was to get at least $100 a month in dividends. If RYLD actually does continue to pay pretty close to the 23 or so cents a share, it should be at least 100 a month. At this point, I have a few avenues I could try to do. I'd like to hear your viewpoints if you're other investors out there. Should I continue trying to build up the monthly dividends, or should I add more to the quarterly dividend companies? My quarterly dividend companies have much lower expense ratios. The average of those is about 0.15%, which is, I think, pretty small. The expense ratios of these funds are quite a bit higher. The average is about 0.45 or so. So because of that, maybe the quarterlies might make more sense. Or I could try to push it hard and try to get to 200 a month in dividends. I think both avenues might be okay. What I'm leaning towards is getting back to my proper asset allocation of owning mostly SLYV and equal amounts of the rest. In order to do that, I'm going to need a little bit more in DLS. I'm going to need quite a bit more in VNQ. VNQ is a REIT fund that owns real estate investments. sphd also owns quite a bit of investments as well. So I would actually be double dipping and essentially owning the same companies. But VNQ is quite a bit lower at about 7.7%, and I need all of them to be about 11%. So because of that, I'm probably going to be putting a lot into VNQ. Although the REIT market has been quite a bit higher, it might have been oversold. It's hard to say at this point. I did make another video on KBWY. That is the monthly dividend paying REIT. So I'm going to highly consider adding that as well, because it could further diversify my portfolio and keep those monthly dividends coming. So that'll be it for now. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I know there's a lot of other investors out there. If you are doing your monthly paying dividends, like to hear how much you made this month. Feel free to divide by your quarterlies if you want. Any other teachers out there, if you started investing or have any questions on how to get started on that, I'm currently helping a few other teachers at my school to do that. So feel free to leave a comment or email at lancekaminsky@gmail.com. Thanks and have a great day.